Hello, I'm Laura Boyd and this is Beatson Talks, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Ian Rankin and his daughter Lucindy. Now, you may have seen coverage of Ian in the press and social media in 2024 because Ian spent the year handcrafting a 30-foot yacht in his Bear's Den back garden to bring joy and make people happy over the festive period. And he certainly did that. We're delighted to have them with us today. So first of all, let's speak to his daughter, Lucindy. So we know that cancer affects 1 in 2 people now.
Yes.
But my goodness, your family has had more than its fair share.
Absolutely.
Tell me a wee bit about your story and how it has affected your family.
Well, I always thought, there's no cancer in our family, nothing we've really to worry about. And just one day, I was actually jet washing the drive. I went into the bath after it and I thought, is that a lump? So my doctor's was still in Campbelltown. So Campbelltown's a very small place, so you're very close to everyone. So I messaged the nurse that I know and she says, I said, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. And this was on the Saturday night. So she made me an appointment for the Monday. Mm-hmm. Went on the Monday, seen the doctor, and he said to me, have you told anyone about this? I said, no. I just found the lump. And he said, suggest you go and talk to your family. So right away, I just thought, that isn't good.
Yeah.
So the first person I went and spoke to was my dad and my mum. She's my stepmum, but she's more like my mum, about it. And they came to every appointment with me. From then on, my dad came over, completely replaced my bathroom. They painted the house from top to bottom, done the back garden. So at first, when I went, got the mammogram, and they said, you've definitely got breast cancer. We can see it's actually spread to one lymph node, so they put the pins in. Seeing the consultant, I think it might even have been that day I seen him. No, it wasn't that day. I'd went back and they said, with the biopsy, it's HER2 positive. We're going to do chemo. We're going to do, hopefully we'll just do partial removal, and then we're going to do radiotherapy. Mm-hmm. And I'd went with my dad, my mum. My mum had come in with me. And I thought, well, fantastic. But before I'd left, I said, I'm pretty sure it's localised to the breast, but what I'm going to do is we're going to send you for a CT scan, just to rule it out. So we walked out of there, happy as Larry, back to the house. It wasn't me that had knocked the wall down in my garden. Somebody had, my dad had built that up, and we were all, I thought, well, I don't care. I don't care if I lose a boob, basically,
You thought it was treatable.
I thought, this is it. I don't care. I thought, I'm going to live, that's it. Mm-hmm. Then we went back the next week. I went in, different consultant, and sat down. She asked me what I was told the previous week. I said, I was told this, etc. And she went, well, that's all changed. I says, all right. I says, and why is that? She says, 'cause it's spread to your liver. Well, if you've got cancer, you look it up. And I just thought, I don't think that's good. Mm-hmm. And I just said, so what now? What happens now? She says, well, we'll do chemo, but we won't do surgery and we won't do radiotherapy. Now it's in your liver. There's no point. Mm-hmm. So I thought, okay. I said, so what is the diagnosis? She says about 2 to 3 years. And that just, at the time, I think I was quite numb. I mean, my mum was with me, my dad's wife, and she was just in bits.
Yeah.
I never cried. It was when I was walking out to the car because my dad was waiting in the car park, and I thought, how am I going to tell my dad?
Mm-hmm. That is one of the things, isn't it? It's how you tell everyone else.
How I'm going to tell my dad.
Oh.
How am I going to tell my children?
Yeah.
I got 3 weekly chemo. After a week of getting chemo, I ended up in hospital for 10 days. My white blood cell count. Now, I don't know what your white blood cell count should be, but apparently it should be about 7 or something. Mine was at 0.2. So they kept me in to get back to a decent level. My chemo was delayed for another week. Got chemo again, back in hospital for 7 days. Out for 2, back in for another 5 with C. diff. And my consultant says, I don't think this is working for you. I says, well, I'm not
giving up.
I'm not giving up, so we'll need to talk about another way of doing this. And she says to me, well, we could maybe do weekly chemo, but it's a lot for you to come back and forward. I said, no, it's not. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. I will happily come back and forward. So, and that was it. I just done weekly chemo for a good few months.
And when was that? Because you're now, how many years ago?
Well, I was first diagnosed, I was actually looking this up yesterday. I was first went to the doctors on the 1st of May 2021. My official diagnosis was about 3 weeks after that. And then I was basically, time I started chemo, I was in chemo to the next February. And then since then, I just go in and I get an injection every 3 weeks. And when I first got chemo, I could feel it. It sounds strange. And I did speak to the cancer nurses at the time. I said, I feel as I can feel this, something's happening. And they said, no, people say that. And my scan results have been fantastic. It's now no longer visible. As it was liver, it spread to my liver, so there was quite a few liver mets. And now there's no liver mets visible. It's just a little bit in the breast, and basically just live my life as normal.
And people we've got cameras here, but a lot of people will just be listening and they can't see Lucindy. But we were talking about this before we came on air. You look incredible. You look absolutely like the picture of health. And how are you feeling?
Absolutely
just
fine.
now?
Don't feel any different than I did before I was diagnosed. And I think a lot of that, the weekly chemo, I think helped. I think the weekly chemo helped. And when my dad was diagnosed, I preached to him water. Drink plenty of water. And I think 2 to 3 days after chemo, just drink lots of water, flushes it all. I think if I'd not, they do tell you, drink a lot of water. And I would have a bottle next to me and go, a wee sip. No, drink a lot. And when you think you've drank enough, drink the same amount all over again. Because I think that made a big difference to flushing out all the toxic out. I actually was getting a scan every 3 months. They're now confident that they've put that back to every 6 months they're scanning me. But you still get your bloods done every third time you go. So anything changes, they're obviously looking for it. So no, it's not always at the back of your mind. You do know, you know. You think, well, some people will say to you, one woman says to me, you must live out each day as it's your last. I said, you know how exhausting that would be? You can't live each. I said, you try and make most days count. You know, at one point in time it will change. At one point in time it will change, it will spread somewhere else. However, I'm only in my first targeted therapy. And my consultant says to me, you know, there's a lot more to go through. If that one stops working, you can always go back on to chemo, etc. So... And
you've got that hope. It sounds stupid, but that hope in your heart, because you know there, as you say, there are hopefully other things.
That's it, and things are changing all the time. You know, they're finding different treatments. So I don't let it rule my life at all. Absolutely not. Just carry on doing what I do.
Incredible. What a girl you've got there, Ian.
Well,
and what a dad.
I up to my father.
Well, I was going to say.
Because my dad is very much, you don't give up, you keep going.
So let's come on to Mr. Ian, 82, also looking absolutely fabulous sitting here. First of all, tell me when cancer came into your life, because you live with it as well.
Ignored it. Ignored the symptoms that I think my generation ignore. It was only discomfort, not really discomfort. We went to the toilet and noticed there was blood. So I thought to myself, oh dear, what have I ate? Or what have I drank? So I ignored it, and I ignored it again. I think men have this John Wayne syndrome. You know, a big tough guy and never apologise. It's a sign of weakness. So I kind of broke it gently to the wife. I said, by the way, I've got a wee drop of blood. Oh, go to the doctor. But that time, COVID has set in. So I phoned the doctor, receptionist. Phoned the doctor. Oh, put you on to the doctor, and the doctor come on. Problems? I said, a wee bit of blood, and I find it difficult sitting in a hard seat. Piles. She diagnosed it over the phone. It was amazing. So she gave us a screen, and I did what it said on the tin, but it didn't work. So I phoned again, and I want to speak to the doctor. Receptionist, just wait a minute. But the wife was beside me and decided to ambush the phone. Excuse me.
Good women.
Great women.
Can my husband get a bowel cancer test? No, he's over 75. They automatically don't give it to you if you're over 75. But the usual wife, she insisted. Went to see the doctor. She did an examination. Eventually, I went to the hospital, seen a wonderful chap, doctor. He was gentleman, perfect. There's something wrong. I'm recommending you to a consultant, Mr. Gary Nicholson. Wonderful, wonderful guy. And I've marked it urgent. And he showed me the letter, or whatever it was he was sending. And in due course, went through an operation. It turned out it was polyps. Is that the right word?
Polyps.
Did the operation, Mr. Nicholson, and then a dose of radiotherapy after that. But when they looked at the polyps, there was cancer there. So then I went on to the radiotherapy. Things were hunky-dory and things were fine. And then the cancer came back with a vengeance about January last year. Things were getting pretty bad. And what it was like, it was as if I was on a long road. Mm-hmm. It was going downhill, and I was on this road, and it was going downhill faster and faster. And I thought, I'm going to hit a brick wall soon. And I was in and out of hospital, and then one particular night, my granddaughter Lauren's husband came, never said nothing. He went away, and he said to Lauren, my granddaughter, and Lucindy here, he's got a bad look. So I was whipped into hospital. They told me I would have to get a stormer bag. Mm. But I was on a waiting list, number so-and-so in the queue. However, things get worse and worse and worse. And I went through an emergency operation, got the stormer bag, another dose of radiotherapy. I feel great. Stormer bag is working like a switchwatch, so I have no problems. That's it.
How have the two of you coped coming through that together? And does your wife have cancer as well?
She's got breast cancer. Yes, during this process, she had breast cancer. And my brother had passed away previously the year with cancer. And
you both seem so positive. But is there a point where you're like, give me a break? I mean, you...
Always.
Yeah.
When my niece phoned Lauren, and when Lauren phones, you just think, oh, no.
What next?
Oh, no. She went, Gran's got breast cancer. And I just thought, surely not.
No.
Surely not. Is this family ever going to get a break? But we don't let it, you just deal with it. Yeah. Deal with it. Do what you have to do.
Deal with it. You know you've got it. You live with it, and you accept it.
Yeah.
That's...
Don't never give up. I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I know people that have got the same diagnosis as me. There was a friend's dad, and he was like, well, I'm going to die anyway, so I mean, there's no point in me doing anything. And I thought, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, you've just got to carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on life as normal. We're both... Well, he's always in his back garden doing something.
Well, let's talk about the back garden, right? Because incredible stories. And you are, people say inspiration a lot. But these are inspirational stories that you can carry on through what seems like the worst of time. I've had that feeling myself where you think, that's it, my life is over.
Absolutely.
But then to be able to get dressed, feel better and be like, no, I'm gonna roll with this, and I'm gonna take every bit of help that I can get. That there is something in that, isn't there? Because you can carry on. I find
if we all go through, we know it's there.
Yeah.
And if you dwell in it 2 seconds and you think about it, I switch. Or if I just open my eyes again, because it happens at night.
Yeah.
Just open your eyes again and think about all the pleasant things in life.
Yeah.
And don't let it annoy you.
Yeah.
Because life's too precious and too short.
And get out there and do what you love.
Exactly.
And Ian, you did do that because you loved, was it model boats and sailing?
Model boats and sailing.
But then you took it to extremes. So in this back garden, what did you do?
Well, I had a wee dinghy at first, one of the kids, and there was a mast on it and there was a lights on it. And this gentleman in this very expensive car stopped, chapped the door. He said, I've seen your light. It makes my day, and I get a joy every time I pass by it because it's right high up. He says, so I would like to make a donation to your favourite charity.
Oh.
And I thought, never thought of that. It's made me so happy. So this year I thought, I'll make a bigger boat and it'll make more people happy. And the idea came up about the donation to a charity, which I wasn't in favour of, by the way. In this economic times, you go to supermarkets, the butter's up a penny, it's up threepence the next week. Mm-hmm. I don't like putting a begging bowl out. Mm-hmm. But Lauren, my granddaughter, very persuasive
she
and
sounds
diplomatic.
Like a force to be reckoned with, this Lauren.
And she said, Granda, look what the Beatson's done for your brother, sadly, who passed away, Lucindy, your wife and yourself. So you're just giving something back. I'm sure they'll accept. It'll only be family members that donate to these things. So if we get £200 direct to the Beatson, I'm sure they'll accept donations large and small. Here it just went out of all proportion. Amazing people put amazing money and said lovely things.
And did you have lots of people then coming, driving past the house and coming to see it?
They drove past. We've got a car park facing us. And what I really appreciate more than anything, everything was wonderful. But there was children there come out cars with their parents and they would look up and point to it. And that was part of the idea. I want to inspire the imagination of children.
Yeah.
Think outside the box. If this old guy can do that, what can I do when I grow up?
How much did you raise for the Beatson?
Just shy of 2,000, 1,850 or something. Which was amazing.
Which is amazing. What does the Beatson mean to both of you?
Life.
Life, absolutely. Life and wonderful people.
Yeah.
Wonderful. But the nurses are absolutely fantastic. When I go there, I go every third Thursday. We just go and I just laugh with them.
Yeah.
We just laugh so much. I have a great time when I go there. You know, it's just, you get to know everyone. Yeah, there's one girl that I've become we're good friends now, friends on Facebook. She's going to come sailing with us, etc. And it just, it's great. Everybody's, I don't have one bad thing to say about anybody. Everybody is lovely at the Beatson.
There's something comforting about it, I think, in what can be the darkest of times. And you never know, like you walk through those doors and you're like, what am I going to be hit with this time, you know? But I think there's a comfort in that the people are so nice and so passionate that work there, that you feel they want the best for you, you know?
Absolutely.
But the thing is, even although I've had this for a while now, the original consultant, Mr. Nicholson, his people are still in touch with the unfortunate vacations I've had in the hospital up to now, and they're still in touch. They still remember you.
Have you got anything in the pipeline, any plans? What are you going to do next?
I've got a couple of boat projects, model boats, which I will finish, and I'll make the one I've got now up on the deck, and I'll make that into a man cave, as they call it nowadays.
Oh!
I call it a garden hut. It's only because the wife gets a bit annoyed with all the tools lying about the kitchen.
She's chucked you out there.
So
that woman, that's the one woman that deserves a medal.
She's got the patience of a saint.
Patience of a saint.
No, she's quite handy as well. When we were building the boat, because my knees are away, you know, they failed my last MOT, the 2 knees.
Oh no.
So lifting the heavy wood and the aluminium, and the wife done wonderful.
No, she says to me,
she lifted it up with my son.
Up there, pulling that tarpaulin over that boat. I mean, she's almost 80. He's 82.
She's not 80.
Not yet. Not age her yet.
So I told her, if she doesn't do it, she'll just stiffen up.
He treats them mean to keep them keen. That's the way. And will we have the Christmas lights on it this year?
I'll do something better. I'll alter it.
Oh, right. Well, I can't wait. Can't wait to see that. I know. And what about you, Lucindy? Is there anything you would really love to do? Because I think sometimes it makes you think like, I want to do, you know, there are certain things that you kind of put off. But sometimes when you're diagnosed, I think you want to do it more.
I was in Tenerife a few years ago, and I was at Portobello Cruise, and I was watching people coming down in the parachutes, but they were attached to someone, and I thought, I would love to do that. That's something I think it's nearest to flying you would get.
Yeah.
So we're going to Tenerife in July for my sister's 60th. So that's what we're doing.
You're going to do it?
We're going to do that.
Right.
So,
paraglide type thing.
Yeah. But you're attached to someone, so we're all right.
You're fine. You'll be fine. Wow. Well, you two are true adventurers and true heroes, and I hope you have the best time doing that. And I know from you sharing your story, you will have inspired so many people, because you are living life to the full. As you say, it's hard to do it every day, but you're carrying on. You look amazing and you seem so strong, and I'm so glad you've got each other. So good luck. Please share the pictures of the man cave and the parachuting and all that with the Beatson page. We need an update on this now. And an invite to come and see this man cave. I want to see it.
Yes, I can't wait till it's done.
Of course you will.
Brilliant. good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Stay well, and I'll maybe see you at the Beatson one time.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And if you or someone you know is affected by cancer and needs support or information, then head to beatsoncancercharity.org.